or they're complicit in participating in whatever this is. I don't know. I'm not saying that about Tulsi. I like Tulsi, but I'm saying like when Bongino and Cash and all these people are out that are supposedly, they have the keys to the kingdom and yet they don't. And what are we all supposed to do here? What are people supposed to do? Just go on vibes and like red hats are fun, or I'm happy that somebody with some chick with a dick isn't beating the girl in the swimming race. Okay, I'm happy about that, but then you come out and say there's forces pushing for nuclear war. Name them. What are we doing?
Comedian Tim Dillon takes to his show to put an end to the culture war once and for all. He's going to focus on how much of that is just a distraction and how the people who push it the most are now in power and deciding to not do anything or say anything regarding the issues that they complained about the most. He's going to be responding to a video from Tulsi Gabbard and pointing out how full of shit she is. So let's watch these clips and talk about it afterwards.
And what is this, Tulsi? Is she warning the world about nuclear war again?
Yeah, it's a statement she put out recently.
Let's hear what she has to say. She's on the outs, though, I think. But let's see.
I recently visited Hiroshima in Japan and stood at the epicenter of a city that remains scarred by the unimaginable horror caused by a single nuclear bomb dropped in 1945, 80 years ago. Yet this one bomb that caused so much destruction in Hiroshima was tiny compared to today's nuclear bombs. As we stand here today, closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation than ever before, political elite and warmongers are carelessly fomenting fear and tensions between nuclear powers. Perhaps it's because they are confident that they will have access to nuclear shelters for themselves and for their families that regular people won't.
Yeah, I mean, I like her, but what is this? Like, it's like you're in the thing now. This is what these people have to stop doing. I understand that you're going against the deep state. Get her out of here. And this is some free advice. I know that she watches sometimes. So I'm with you, sister friend. Aloha. But you're in the thing now. You got to start calling people out, naming names. Stop this let's stop playing footsie with the bullshit here. Who's trying to get us into the thing? Name. Everyone up there is tongue-tied. They got Cash Patel on Rogan going like, humana. What is the thing here? Like, do these people have names? Can you not say them? Do these people exist? You're in it now. You're in it. If people are trying to start a nuclear war, arrest them. Tell us who they are. I know it's more complicated than this, but here's the deal. You can't have the benefit of the doubt anymore if you're in the thing. I know. You go, that's a permanent government. They operate in the shadows. I know. But I cannot hear these ominous warnings from people in the fucking government. Figure it out. Stop these people, these dark forces, these powerful factions. Stop them. It's literally what you're elected to do. It's literally what you're elected to do. And our president, baby cakes, is about to go into Iran with Israel. And hopefully that works. But like, who are these dark can we shine some light on this? Because I'm just a little tired of like all of these people that got elected and they just can't say anything. They just can't speak and can't utter anything. And they're all probably terrified. Maybe they'll get killed, but that's your job.
How much of it is them not knowing as opposed to actually finding out the levers of power and realizing, oh, if I talk, it may be over for me. And it goes deeper than just some blackmail or direct money payments. They may feel like it may be permanently over for them if they do speak out on how moneyed interests control everything, including information and our lives. But nobody with power deserves any type of benefit of the doubt, even and especially if you agree with them. Because if they know how to say the right words to get you to support them, then those are going to be the toughest people for you to criticize because you feel like they're on your side. But you got to stick to what you think is right. And if you voted for somebody for a specific reason and then they get into power and start backtracking on all those reasons, then you can't just switch your reasons, because then what was the point in the first place?
If you're going to get whacked for saying the truth, you better say the truth and get whacked. That's what you got elected to do. You didn't get elected to write a book or to go out clubbing or whatever the hell you're all doing. You didn't get elected to go on Don Jr.'s podcast. You got elected to tell us what the fuck was going on. So you either don't know what's going on, and that's okay, then shut up. Or if you know what's going on and you, for whatever reason, cannot tell everybody, then shut up as well. Come to us with something. You need to have something, and it's starting to feel really shady. And it's starting to feel like, you know, the more and more I think about everything, and the more and more like you sit back and you take all the facts in, and there's millions of things you don't know and won't know and will die never knowing. But the things that you do know, you have to sit back and a picture begins to emerge in your head of this kind of theater that's happening. It's like a show, kind of theatrical, but it doesn't feel real. And it feels like the people in there, for whatever reason, are either unwilling, useful idiots who are being used by other people, or they're complicit in participating in whatever this is. I don't know. I'm not saying that about Tulsi. I like Tulsi, but I'm saying, like, when Bongino and Cash and all these people are out that are supposedly, you know, they have the keys to the kingdom, and yet they don't. And what are we all supposed to do here? What are people supposed to do? Just go on vibes and, like, red hats are fun, or I'm happy that somebody with some chick with a dick isn't beating the girl in the swimming race. Okay, I'm happy about that, but then you come out and say there's forces pushing for nuclear war. Name them. What are we doing? This is what you people were kind of elected to do, no? I mean, so I'm like, if Tucker Carlson's working harder than the people that are in the White House to bring peace, if Tucker is doing the unofficial job of outing people that are calling for war and doing all this stuff, whether you agree with Tucker or not, at the end of the day, he wasn't elected to do that. The people in office were elected to do it. So if they're not going to do it, or if they can't do it, or if they're waiting to do it, whatever, I don't know. Again, I'm an outsider, you know, but don't come out and deliver ominous messages like the world is closer to annihilation than it's ever been. People are stoking fear. Stop them. Stop them. I mean, there was an election in America because people didn't want that. People didn't want to go in that direction. That was a big reason the election happened. It's the craziest thing ever. We're close to annihilation because there's people that are stoking fears and pushing nuclear power to yeah. Stop that. You were elected to stop that. Or tell us who they are.
At some point, that line becomes blurred because no matter who you vote for, you get the same groups in power. That's because those groups bribe both parties. So the only people that actually disagree are regular people, the people with no power, you and me. And that's where they want the focus to be, on regular people hating each other as if politics was a sports game. And just like sports, the teams change every year. No matter what team you support, that team you supported last year is completely different this year. And it may not be 100% different, but they might have gotten a new coach or a new player or a new bench, but you're still supporting this team because go team go. It's not the same team. It shouldn't be as much as go team go as just what I support. If you support what I support, then I'm on your team. In this case, it's anti-war. If you anti-war, I don't care what you call yourself. We agree, you get my support. But that's not the case on purpose because all the money gets spent on division, especially on culture war stuff.
And go, this fucker's saying this, and we don't like this person now. Do I sound insane? I mean, you're listening, you're there. Do I sound crazy?
No.
I just don't understand. All these ominous messages from inside the castle. Tell us flash us a hand signal. Are you all captive? What the hell's going on? I mean, throw us a signal here. We're on the verge of war with Iran. What the fuck is happening? You people were elected to clean this shit up. I don't understand. Do Ukraine and Russia still blowing the shit out of each other? China's about to swallow Taiwan. I mean, somebody... I don't understand any of it. And I like Tulsi Gabbard a lot. I think I don't know her, but I've always gotten a good vibe and feeling from her. My mother spent time in Hawaii. I've never really spent time. I don't love fat Asians. I just don't like that. But it confuses me. It messes with my senses of what is and isn't, real and what's AI and what's not. But I'd like to go. What I'm saying here is pretty simple, and it goes for everyone that's working in that administration. If you have nothing to say, don't say anything. These interviews they're all doing where they all come out and they're speaking in a code, or they're like, well, if I knew, then you'd know. And if I had it, then you'd have it. And we're close to nuclear annihilation. And guys, all of this stuff, whatever it is, maybe you're all hostages. You don't know anything. I don't know. I don't care. Just stop.
And then he ends it there with a subtle jab at Joe Rogan because he's the platform that people go to, like the FBI director, to just spew nonsense. And I get it. There's only but so much Joe can do without being kicked out the whip. But why even go up there if you know you just about to bullshit him and us? At least leave us out of it. You already have nothing to say. You might as well just keep it to yourself. Don't even pretend. But at the end of the day, the pretending is their job more importantly than anything else. They got to keep people scared and in line. And the pretending is the way they do that. But if you made it this far, you might as well like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.